Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life. Fear. You know, we've talked a lot about fear over the past few months. I've posted quite a few videos and helping you understand how to better handle fear. You know, and I guess I'm kind of curious as to how that's working for you. I mean, do you retreat where it's safe so you don't have to face fear? Or does it stop you in your tracks? Or are you able to recognize it for what it is and keep moving forward? I think when we're dealing with fear in our lives, we have to ask ourselves, is it real? You know, if you're in a dangerous or threatening position, the fear you feel is legitimate and you need to react or respond appropriately. However, the kind of fear that stops you from achieving your goals and dreams isn't generally dangerous. You know, it's usually caused by having to do with something you've never done before. You know, something that takes you out of your comfort zone. You know, I love it when we get to a point like that. You know, when you're faced with such a situation, you can let fear control you, or you can take matters into your own hands. You see, the amazing thing about fear is that the choice is yours. You can think, I can't do this, or you can think, I've got this. You know, you can think it'll never work out, or you can think, this is going to work out better than anything ever has. You know, this isn't who I am. I'm better at staying where I am, or I must do this to get where I want to go, so let's get going. You know, that's the whole thing. The beauty of this is we get to decide. We decide whether we face our fears and move forward, or whether we cower in the corner and just take the life that's been given to us. Now I know you're better than that. You want to step up, you want to stand up, face your fears, and move forward. And that's where we need to discuss reacting versus responding. You see, no matter what fear throws at you, you can react to it or you can choose to respond with faith. You know, when unwelcome things happen in your life, in just a few seconds, you can shift to a state of complete fear and frustration, or if you play your cards right, you can move from a place of hope and knowingness that everything is not only okay, but it's only going to get better. It's absolutely true. And you know, one way to do that is to start paying attention to how you act when you're confronted by things in your daily life that make you uncomfortable or afraid. You know, and when you react to something, your emotional or subconscious instinct is in control. And that means the situation is in control of you. You know, because of how your experiences and prior choices have programmed your supercomputer, your mind, your subconscious mind, your emotional reactions often do not help you achieve the best results. So you see, when you respond, your brain is fully engaged and your self-awareness is high. You're in control, not your emotions, but your programming, but you can make a constructive and conscious decision that will move you closer to your desires. I want to give you 3 things you can do to start responding instead of reacting to fear. Number 1, I want you to get emotionally involved with the idea of achieving your goal. Positive emotions will bring positive circumstances into your life. Number 2, I want you to understand what's causing the fear. You know, is it stepping outside of your comfort zone? What is it that's causing this fear? You can write it down on a piece of paper. Only you know why you're afraid of a given circumstance, you know, but you have the ability to make it go away if you walk through it. You see, most of the times we're afraid of things that we don't understand. Think about it. When you were a child, there was nothing in a dark room once the light was turned out that wasn't there before when the light was on. However, As children, we don't understand that. We don't understand that it's just the absence of light in a dark room, but it's the exact same room. So our imaginations kick in. Now there's a monster in the closet. There's something under the bed. We're afraid to get out of bed and walk down the hall because maybe somebody might be in the house. Now, all of these fears are unrealistic and usually never come to fruition, right? As adults, we think back of how we thought as children, and we think, hey, that was unrealistic. Well, I'm telling you, you have the ability now as an adult to look back on who you were last week or maybe last month and say the fears that I was exhibiting as an adult in those time frames were completely unrealistic. I now have a better understanding of why I fear certain things because you've written it out. And now you can move forward into a more glorious life, a better circumstance where you have an enhanced understanding that's allowing you to continue down this path towards achieving your goals. And always pause. Anytime you experience anxiety or fear, whether it's related to pursuing a goal or anything else in your life, you never have to act immediately. Just because you're having an internal reaction, practice pausing, not acting, so you can stay in control of the situation. You know how I normally take a pause? That's right. I'll go somewhere where I can take 3 deep breaths, calm myself, and then I'll refocus my mind using my goal card. You can do exactly the same thing. It'll bring your subconscious mind back into alignment with your conscious thoughts, and you'll be able to continue to produce positive results in any circumstance. But instead of repressing your fear, let the feeling rise and breathe. Watch the urge to flee, retreat, or strike out rise inside you, and then let it pass through you. Don't repress it. Sometimes this process might take a few seconds. Other times it might require you to do more work, such as writing down how you're feeling at this time, and then how you can best respond to the feeling you currently have inside. So you can do work around your fears. You may read your goal card for a while, refocus your mind, then sit down, write out what you're currently afraid of, and then write out some options that you have in responding to that fear in a positive way. And by writing out those positive circumstances and positive responses, you're giving your mind a freeing option that will allow the fear to pass because now you have a plan. And no matter how long it takes, just get yourself into a more positive state before you respond to any fear. But I promise you, with practice, you'll find it gets easier to start responding instead of reacting to fear and other negative emotions. I guarantee it, you can do better 100%. And here's the deal. What if you fly? In any situation, you can react with anxiety and fear, or you can respond with hope and faith. Faith is the opposite of fear. Here's how Clarence Simpson defined it. He said that faith is the ability to see the invisible and believe in the incredible. And that is what enables believers to receive what the masses think is impossible. I kind of stuttered there, so let me go back and rephrase that. Clarence Smithson said, faith is the ability to see the invisible and believe in the incredible. And that is what enables believers to receive what the masses think is impossible. You know what? I believe in you. And so by believing in you, I know that you have the ability to receive what the masses think is impossible. And fear, on the other hand, is seeing the invisible and believing something bad will happen. When you're called to do something you've never done, something that will make you stretch, instead of thinking the worst, choose to believe that something incredible will happen. Choose to think, everything is going to work out great. I'm going to succeed. I can do anything I put my mind to. Say that to yourself 3 or 4 times over and over again. And you want to make it a practice, If you want to make responding rather than reacting in life a practice, use the opportunities presented in the tiny moments that happen every day. Now think about this. Times when the person you imagine yourself to be doesn't align with how you are feeling or acting at the moment. And to respond in fearful situations is to first pause, take a full deep breath before you do anything. Stop and think properly so that you can take actions that produce the results that you desire. It's no longer being controlled by habits that don't serve you. You're developing new habits that are allowing you to respond in ways that reflect the new you. And when you keep coming back to this idea of react and respond, you'll start making responding a habit. And then you switch from fear and frustration to a sense of calm and hope. The change will be swift and certain, but it will inevitably occur. You see, becoming better and developing these practices and habits as we move forward is going to take a little work. But you know what? It's work that will pay off dividends for the rest of your life. It also sets an example for those around you. You never know who's watching you, who looks to you as an example, and who will reflect the behaviors that you exhibit, especially the new positive behaviors that we're working on daily. Listen, I care about you. I only want you to be the best you that you can be. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Let's continue walking down this path. I'll be back tomorrow. Let's talk about some amazing things. Let's continue to work together so that we can have the hopes, dreams, and desires that'll make this life the best life ever. We only get one bite at the apple, so let's keep working. Have a wonderful day, friends. I'll be back tomorrow.